During the summer of 2015, my personal life and just my emotional health took a major downturn. And I completely lost sight of my goals and I got off track and stopped doing the things that I had been doing daily that had led me to being happy, healthy, and successful in 2012, 13, and 14. And when I finally came back to reality, got my thoughts and my mindset in check at the end of 2015, I looked in the mirror and saw someone that I didn't recognize. I was in a body that I was not proud of because I had stopped taking care of myself. So I set a goal and I restarted my health and fitness journey, which included weight loss, in September of 2015. On September 14th of 2015, I got restarted. At that moment, I weighed 158 pounds and I had never weighed that much other than when I was pregnant. And so this was something that was all brand new to me, but I was so laser focused to get my life back on track, to get my mindset right, and to get my marriage and family back on track. And a month later, I decided to completely end my relationship with alcohol that had never been healthy. So with that being said, getting sober, making those changes, reuniting with my husband, working on our family, working on myself was my main challenge and my main focus. And I was able to get back on track because of the help of my coach who had introduced me to a lifestyle of health and fitness. And I'm proud to say that I was counting down the days until this new program that was 60 days was coming out. And I got in the best shape I could so that I could kick this program's ass. And I did. Hammer and Chisel came out and I went all in. My husband and I did it together. I lost 5% of my body fat. I dropped down to like a size 1. And I was so proud of myself. With that being said, there were so many changes going on in my life. I had changed my social circle. Our marriage was feeling brand new again now that I was sober, and I was making decisions for myself that weren't really mine to make for my husband or my family. So I was trying to work on this life balance. And then once I'd reached my goal, and I'd always been the type of person, I set a goal, I reach it, and then I tend to revert back to old ways. And so I found myself at my ideal weight, like 135, 137. That's where I feel the best, where I think I look the best. And then I started going backwards. And literally by the summer of 2016, my weight was back up to the high 140s. We traveled a lot because our family was reconnected. We went like on an 11-day road trip to Disney World. We had traveled, my husband and I, to Tennessee. We did a lot of traveling, and I know that had a lot to do because my eating habits were different on the road when we were on vacation. And then after that, it became harder to reel things back in. And I started to notice that it was hard to lose weight. And I then started to convince myself that it was my age. It was the fact that I was on an antidepressant, that I was on some anxiety medications. And I did all this research thinking that that was it. I thought, did I beat my body up for so long and not take care of it, that now it's revolting and this is my karma, this is what I get. And I went back and forth. I had done 2 rounds of this 21-day reset for your body to get rid of the toxins, to get yourself back on track. It was a vegan diet for the most part, and I still didn't see a lot of weight loss. So I convinced myself I couldn't lose any weight, and I have finished program after program after program. And then I started to think maybe something's wrong with my health. So at the end of 2017, after really working hard for 3-4 months at a time and not seeing a lot of changes, I started to really dig into my health, and I found that I was actually very healthy. My hormone levels were great. Everything was great. I had cut back on my medication, got off on some of my other medication. And then I ended up finding out that I had a food allergy. And this was after trying different things. Like, I know what I've been doing was working. I drink a shake every day. I work out 6 days a week. I work on portion control and maintaining a healthy, balanced diet. But I kept gaining weight. I wasn't losing weight fast. And finally, last but not without least, I did an allergy test, and it always seems like the last thing you try is what gives you the answer. Well, I found out I was allergic to dairy, and being of Asian descent, I always knew that I was lactose intolerant, but the symptoms of my intolerance became less and less, so I was able to still consume it. So I was eating a lot of dairy. Also, I had a nut allergy to peanuts and almonds. Well, I was using a lot of almond flour, a lot of almonds, almond milk, almond butter, as well as peanuts, which I did a lot of organic peanut butter, and also gluten. And I was doing whole grain, whole wheat, everything. And in the midst of trying to figure out what this was, I had tried actually to do a keto diet because I'd heard that helped with inflammation, because I was experiencing such pain, such inflammation, that I literally thought that I had RA, because one of my friends had been diagnosed 2 or 3 years ago with rheumatoid arthritis. So I started talking to her about that, because I literally couldn't walk. My feet hurt, my hands were puffy. And so I went and thought, like, I'll try this ketogenic diet because the study showed that it helps with inflammation. Well, guess what? When you're on a ketogenic diet, you are consuming a lot of almond flour and almonds, as well as cheese. So that just made it worse. And I thought that I had hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, like all these different things. Well, once I found it was food allergies, I was able to get rid of it. But I had gotten so frustrated, so depressed, so lost, and I didn't know what to do. And then there were times that I would try something and it didn't work. And then I have convinced myself that I can't lose weight. And then with that, whenever you convince yourself of something and you believe it, your actions are going to fall in line with that belief. So the fact that I believed that no matter what I did, I was not going to lose any weight, because I was in a test group for the Shift Shop and for 80-Day Obsession, and I didn't lose a lot of weight. Like, I lost 1.5 pounds and then 3.5 pounds. And my diet was on point. Obviously, I was eating the foods that were toxic to my body, that were causing inflammation, causing weight gain. But I convinced myself that no matter what I did, no matter how hard I worked, no matter how well I ate, I was just going to continue gaining weight. Well, then on top of that, when I would get frustrated, I would go back and just eat whatever, because I was like, it didn't matter. Well, I have to say that at the beginning of January, after my birthday, I stepped on the scale and it said 166. And I've told people that. And you know what they say? You don't look like it. And honestly, I look in the mirror and I don't feel like I weigh 150, 160 pounds. People always say, oh, well, you have a lot of muscle. Granted, I have a lot more muscle now than I did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or 5 years ago when I weighed 126 pounds. But I know for a fact that I did not put 20 or 30 pounds of muscle on. Like, let's be honest. And it has to do with my food allergies, my mindset, but I am so frustrated with it. And I know I need to change my mindset, that I can't believe and truly believe that I can't lose weight. Because when I do that, my actions are going to be in alignment with that belief. So when I found out in November that we were going to be launching a program that was not a diet or exercise program, that was going against anything we've ever learned about counting calories, being restrictive, and this was called 2B Mindset. And they shared the story of Alana, who is the co-creator of this program. She's like one of UCLA's like top dietitian and nutritionists. I thought, God, I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Like, literally, I cannot wait. I need this. I need that mindset so that I can change the story that I've told myself that I've been living up to. So I am super excited that I've signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't tell the world yet, but I had to get it off my off my chest and share it with somebody. So I'm making this video to share my excitement about being part of the 2B Mindset Test Group. It starts on February 1st. I have no clue what we're going to be learning. I have no clue what the content is, other than it is mindset, and teaching you how to live a healthy lifestyle, keep a healthy weight without being restrictive. Because I know that for me, that whenever I'm going to start something, I go on this like manhunt for shitty food leading up to it. And when I reach my goal, I go and sabotage it. And I've never made more progress than getting to 135 pounds and putting on some muscle, but then I go and sabotage it. And that cycle is not healthy. It's not good mentally, physically, emotionally. It's not good at all. And I want to change that. I want to believe that I can be healthy. But I want to believe that I can have abs like my coach Becky. That was what captivated me about this lifestyle when I saw her online actually 6 years ago exactly. I found her in January of 2012, and it's January 29th of 2018. I want that. I deserve that, but I don't believe that I can get that. And so I think that this 2B mindset is going to help me get back to where I need to be and get to where I've always wanted to be. So I'm excited to share this with you, even though I'm not going to be able to share this with the public for I don't know how long. But I'm excited. I don't want to be 160 pounds anymore. I don't want to be 150 pounds anymore. I don't even want to be obsessed with the scale, but I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to feel like I am stuck somewhere. I don't want to feel depressed about my weight. I don't want to feel the way I've been feeling. And I want to help other people who aren't even bothering getting started because they don't feel like it matters. I get now 100% how people feel because I've been feeling that way. So I can't wait to be able to release this video publicly and share with you all what's going on. So stay tuned.